Chapter 19. Checking in. I dislike the horrifying violence in American Horror Story. I know I've said it before. But I love the people in beautiful places, wearing beautiful things, saying wise things with much gore. Hotel? It's one of the most beautiful seasons. Lady Gaga, the Garden of Allah, Old Hollywood. Hotel is also one of the most disturbing seasons. June 2017, I watched episode 1 of Hotel, checking in, trancing out in the disastrous failure of all threesomes, the problems of group dynamics and strong personalities, potential worst case disaster, murder, deaths, going home with people. Hotel is all about how if you drink and go places with people who you think you can trust or want something from, they gruesomely murder you. Makes me extremely grateful I rarely socialize now. I am now suitably educated that my choices are correct. Vampires, fairies, ghosts, and witches live among us. Psychic vampire goth scenesters, fanatical fairy nature homos, iridescent ghost hallucinations, my favorite schizoaffective psychosis. Los Angeles seeths with wicked witches. I left Hollywood for Nevada in October 2016. By April 2018, I was a solitary witch surrounded by ghosts in a haunted house. I have learned lessons now that I'm sober. Lesson of Hotel. Stay away from psychic vampire scenesters. The Countess Elizabeth in episode 3, Mommy, feeds on blood in Studio 54. Fade to gray plays in a dark nightclub. Reality check. Vampires aren't real. People don't usually say stuff as effectively mean as this, or kill people this much. The defrocked policeman, John Lowe, is the epitome of scary, dangerous, toxic masculinity. Episode 6, Room 33, introduces the Countess's infant failed abortion son. Bartholomew sneaks out of John's luggage. John is shooting the vampire baby when he scares his daughter. Gets institutionalized. Police are corrupt humans with families, vices, and problems. A lot of cops are crooked. The police are not fucking around. I don't fuck with them. As Liz Tyler says to the cop in Hotel Cortez elevator in episode 1, you've lost someone, and you're trapped in amber. Can't move forward, can't move back. So am I, by Katie's tragic suicide. I wanted her to live. I want her to be alive now. I so wish she was somewhere else living a happy life without me. And I perhaps without her. I mean, if it must be, it must be. But then I wouldn't be so trapped in amber. I must live alone with her ghost now, frozen in time, with only this whispered of her memory ghost voice. Never have anyone in my life again, so I thought. Countess Elizabeth, an American Horror Story Hotel, triggers me by making me blame myself, which we know I do, for Katie's death. I feel like I will never, ever get over it as hard as I'm trying. I'm grieving in a deeper, more complex way now. I've passed into a new stage of blaming myself for it. One of the many phases of grief according to that self-help book that I wrote. In episode 7, Flicker, Lady Gaga's Countess character says, if I was to live in grief, I might as well be surrounded by beautiful things. She says that walking down the aisle, marrying James Patrick Marsh, after Judith Rudolph Valentino faked his death to become a vampire, then was entombed in the Hotel Cortez with his vampire wife Natasha. I couldn't even quote this correctly for that entropy essay I wrote. But I wasn't talking about my domestic partnership with Katie when I said surrounded by beautiful things living in grief. I was talking about my nice house 5 years afterwards when she was dead. I was resigned to live in grief there without my lost love. I may have quoted Lady Gaga in Hotel, but I'm no Black Widow like the Countess. I, of all people, watch enough of this shit to know it is just a fantasy. Don't get it twisted. But I'm tormented by yet another of my schizoaffective paranoias. That when I write about Katie, as I have a lot, as I probably always will, I write things that people think, if they read into them, that I'm somehow responsible for her death. And I know this isn't true. It pains me though. I enact my own post-suicide self-blame and grief over and over and over in my writing. That's what suicide does. When I write about her death, when I perceive as interferences or influences that I killed her, that's what suicide does. It results in the survivors feeling so responsible. I feel like I should have done more to prevent it. I should have noticed. So I tell the story over and over and over again in print until I think everyone's sick of it right now. Are you sick of it? Jesus. I wish I could even stop mourning. I try to tell myself the blame is a bullshit, paranoid delusion. Not true. I'm just a schizoaffective widow, going through the self-blame phase of post-suicide grieving. So mad with grief, I blame myself for her choice. I have to forgive myself for experiencing that. It wasn't my fault. It was unfortunate fate. I have to try to forgive myself. A summer night, I watched episode 9, She Wants Revenge, of American Horror Story Hotel on Netflix. Again, worry that people think I killed Katie because the Callens murders her new husband, Will Drake, which is clearly unrelated from just TV. At dawn, I light a candle and incense to the painting of my wife on the altar. Say what part of my morning meditation prayer I can. Weep to the strawberry moon still visible in the dawn. When Katie died, it was October, a blood moon like when my Los Angeles life fell apart. That's the last time I'm trying to live again. Watching Lady Gaga marry people throughout her child to kill them and get their money appalls me. I find this Black Widow concept extremely upsetting. How could I not? That's not what happened with me. I hate anyone thinking that. It is so painful that some people do. I avoid people now, to the extent that I can. That is not what I did. I upset even hearing about it. It disturbs and saddens me. It makes me want to cry forever. That's yet another one of the differences between me and the Countess's, Lady Gaga's character. I didn't marry Katie for her money. I know she had it. Both of us were unemployed after graduate school. Lady or Katie worked in a bookstore. I was on disability and food stamps. We were poor together. But then, after Katie died, I had suddenly had so much more money than Katie died than before. It must have looked bad. It wasn't life insurance because she was a suicide. It wasn't her money. I inherited some money from my grandmother Virginia a few years before she died. And more money was coming in 2014 and 2016 from my parents because they didn't want me to die and they saw me in pain and they wanted to do what they could so they could assuage my grief. I think they thought Katie was supporting me when she was married, while we were married, when she wasn't. It's not her fault. But in 2014, I got sober. I was trying to put Katie's book out. A year's late inheritance through her parents. I never expected it to surprise me. I had no idea this was coming, and I haven't spent it. I just hold on to it, stocks and bonds forever. I can't. I planned on spending some of it to put her book out. But then my student loan forgiveness terms from the federal government said I couldn't make any money whatsoever. Or I would go into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, never pay back a little debt again. So I had to give up putting out Katie's book to avoid financial ruin. Instead, take this debt-free wealth, survivor's guilt. I was forced to walk away with the money May have been meant for Katie's book, or may have been meant for me, I don't know. I thought it was meant for the book, though. I wanted to put it towards the book. It wasn't on purpose that I did this. I had no fucking choice. That was the better choice. If I was going to make, I was not going to make that choice until fate forced my hand with that letter from Social Security. I realized how bad having money may have looked if one didn't have the full story. Maybe that's why my old friends in Los Angeles stopped talking to me after Katie died. I'm aware it didn't look good. My acrylic manicures and hair extensions looked expensive. I wasn't very public about that whole student loan forgiveness I can't earn money rationale. I felt so nakedly ashamed of shutting the press down and the small press I opened without a book. So people were left believing something else, far worse, far more terrible. Lose-lose. Why do I have to feel so terrible about making a smart decision when I really had no choice but to otherwise? I did make the right choice. If I couldn't put Katie's book out, if I had to close my Etsy small press in 2015, I just become a sober, celibate, recluse, dedicated forever to her memory. Pray to her picture for the rest of my life in penance. Write about how sad I was. Dating anymore became completely out of the question after I broke up with Bobby in August 2016. I didn't want or intend to profit off Katie's death. I have horrible guilt over having more money afterwards. I never spent the inheritance from her, and I never will. It will just sit there in stocks forever.